Welcome to another episode of Dwayne's World. This is a very special episode because I have my very new and special friend Loren on today.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm doing very good.
You look very handsome.
Good. I really appreciate that. From a handsome man, I appreciate that.
I know I've told you 10 times already, but here we are. So I feel pretty good. I feel nice today, and I wanted to bring Loren in because I feel like you're doing something that I feel like people in LA might know about, but I think you've created one of the most beautiful scenes. And I feel anytime, like me and my friend, my partner, we like to go out dancing and having a good time, and people in LA are always like a little weird and don't want to have a good time. And I feel like you've created such a beautiful space in Rhonda, and I would love if you could tell people about how you've just created this scene.
Yeah.
And put the people on, please.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that. Yeah. Whew. Where do I start? It's so A Club Called Rhonda is the thing that I do. I started it with my best friend from when we were little party sluts running around the scene. Like all like young, all up in it, super new. And he and I basically were, we grew up around the same area, kind of, suburbs of Los Angeles.
So you're from LA?
Orange County,
Okay.
like North County, like, it's, we come from a similar upbringing. We have like Southern California, Mexican kind of kids.
Yeah.
And that comes with a lot of like our families were all, I think that both me and him were around a lot of like club music because like his family loved to party. We can maybe go into this later, but I grew up in a very musical household and in a big way. And so we just had that. And me and him, even though we're very different people, from very different communities, Greg is a beautiful, incredible, take no shit gay man that will fucking swoop in and take a room over and kill it. And he moves his own way, and it's full respect to see somebody just kind of live unapologetically, but be dope about it.
Yeah, I understand.
And then myself, I'm the complete opposite. I'm a straight man with, very happy with my girl, but we're also, because of that kind of difference in, you normally would not think that people like myself and Greg would even hang out, just based on like societal kind of stereotypes. But we were like joined at the hip, and we were partying all over the city. And
when did you guys meet? Was it like kids or
we were like I would say that the definition of child has moved a lot in the last like 40 years, and so I feel like they're like, I feel like people's adolescence have extended from their teens, and now there's people that are exiting their adolescence in their late 30s, and that's not necessarily a good or bad thing. It's just different. But so we were in like our teens, like probably in 18, 19, and we just met at this like in little college town Fullerton, kind of near Disneyland in Orange County, and I don't know. We were at this one fool had this trap house kind of vibe where we could all like go and party and hang out. And then we were just like little gravitating towards this place because it's a place where we could be ourselves and be free and like have fun. And when that person left, and everybody else left, it was just me and Greg. And me and Greg were just like looking around like, well, I guess we're hanging out now.
Yeah. No, fully.
And we just became, it was like Bonnie and Clyde kind of vibes. It was like running around together. And so we were doing a lot of like just going out, being amongst the club scene in LA, experiencing so many different crowds. And, Rhonda was basically born out of kind of two big things. Number one was that LA, because of for whatever reason, LA was considered kind of like not really considered a place where big artists in dance music who we looked up to at the time would come, and that wasn't an important spot for them. That wasn't like a Friday night, Saturday night spot. That was like a Wednesday, so that they can save like the Friday, Saturday for for New York or whatever, Chicago, Detroit, and so there was a little bit of that. There was a little bit of when people did come, like big artists that we really cared about, because what we really care about is kind of like the house, disco, techno kind of DNA that goes back to Detroit, Chicago, New York, and all the amazing artists that changed the world that came out of that. And for us, that's like that's gospel for us. And and we just didn't see that resonating with a lot of other people. And we and we one of the first kind of parties that was super organic, done by a person of passion who just wanted to share the music in the best possible way. Was this guy David Mancuso, and he was he had this party called the Loft, and it was literally his loft in New York.
Crazy.
And he was a super passionate guy, like really kind of like cerebral, really like focused on the music. And kind of before there was a you know, if people know like DJ mixers, you mix channel 1, channel 2, or you have the crossfader.
Yeah.
And that's a pretty new technology because this guy had 2 turntables, and he was so early that all he had was the switch between turntable 1 and turntable 2. So he would put one song on, play the whole thing, finish it, people would clap, and then he would put it to the next song. So it was before mixing. And so the name of this party was The Loft, and the first messaging that he had, or the first things, it was like word of mouth. It was like, come as you are. It was like, you know, you come to dance. It's not about the alcohol. It's not about getting fucked up. You had to kind of know somebody to get invited. And he set up an incredible sound system, and the whole thing was love saves the day. Love is the message. And so everything he did was from that. And when you look, he passed away probably like 3-4 years ago.
Okay.
And, you know, he started his party in the 70s. So that would have been, 50 years.
Mm-hmm.
And that party, The Loft, continues with that same mentality. Love saves the day. Love is the message. And when I just was on a long drive, and I put on this video of like when he passed away, and all these New York cats that were part of they were like the Loft kids, like look back on that and how much like just love that he put into them, that they put back out into the world. And it's like I was like driving and crying because it was like these like grandmas, they were like, you know, David taught us, David did everything from love. All it was about was love. Like the whole thing, that's the whole fucking point.
That's the whole fucking point.
Yeah.
That makes me like, man, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Love is like everything.
I mean,
it's really everything, man.
I don't think we're ever gonna understand how big it is.
And that's why I think it's sick too, because the scope of love it just goes, and we haven't figured it out, and we're never going to figure it out, and that's totally okay. But I'm so about it. I think it's so sick. It's just whatever, like even if it's him doing that and having a party and showing people how to love, if you're in a relationship, if you have friends, like I think the most important thing I've been dealing with lately is like how to love yourself, because then that just makes you so much tighter. Because you're just like, oh, like if I'm okay or if I'm good, but like
really loving your love,
like
really
like
loving
being
yourself.
On me, like instead of like thinking of someone else, how they can save me, like how can I treat myself? Like if I fuck up today, how can I cuddle myself? Like I would want to cuddle someone that I love.
And you know what? When you do that, you learn how to cuddle yourself. You learn how to love yourself. Those cuddles going out are gonna be even crazier.
Agreed.
You're gonna be like, you know, that's you wanna be a lover. Love yourself.
Yes.
Like, you know, not on some like selfish stuff. But
no.
I think we all should be a little bit more selfish so we could love everyone around us a little bit more.
100%. And you know, I think this is perfect because I definitely want to ask you about. I mean, I don't want to say your love life, but like, I think Loren has the most beautiful relationship with this lady. I haven't hung out with both of them too much, but every time I see them, they glow together. I would love to just like, I don't know how long you guys been together or when you guys met. I would love to get any of that information, if that's okay.
What's up, baby girl?
Because you guys are so cute.
What's up, baby girl? The keeper of my heart is this person named Natalie.
Yes.
And she has been, she came to the club, like, when we all first started. I was in my mid-20s. She was like, she came asking to intern so that she could get college credit, and she ended up doing a report on her experience. You know, and we were hanging out. We were friends at that time, and then that was 13 years ago. And this person, when you have a connection with somebody and you keep going, like, you know, you might drift apart.
Yeah.
And then gravity,
Yeah,
love
yeah.
brings you back together. Drift apart, gravity, love. So we were doing that for a very long time. She did her thing for a while. I did my thing for a while. There was some romantic involvement during that time. And to be honest, if I'm probably be a little too real out here. But
you're good,
if
brother.
it was like when those things were happening, I wasn't ready for what maybe she was. It never was like one-sided, like, oh, I need to be with you. And we both felt this way about each other, but I think that we were immature in the way that we were a little scared of what that meant if we leaned into this insane burning inferno that was in front of us. And so for a long time we put it off. We did our own thing. We life kind of brought us back together, and we were never that far apart. We almost were keeping a distance because we wanted each other to do their own thing, because we made a decision to not follow that, whether or not that was the right decision.
I understand. Which I think is like the ultimate love. I think
yeah,
so. But
it is.
Yeah.
And at the time, I didn't know it was.
Got you.
But like looking back, that is,
Yeah.
because that was not easy for me.
Yeah.
I can't speak on her, but it was not easy for me. And life kind of brought us to a point, like I was talking about. A lot of things have changed for me in the last couple of years for the better, but we just found ourselves near each other again. And for the first time, she's a very intuitive, very kind of deeply spiritual, very patient person. And she basically, and I'm kind of like not smart, not intelligent, emotionally stunted. I'm not I'm not very good at these things. So like she like in her own very patient way just like kind of like let me know, like, what are we doing? Are we going to keep like pretending this is not a thing?
Mm-hmm.
Or now that we've been through the ringer, do you want to, like, in not so many words, she's so patient. She did it in a way, because you try to tell me something, I'll tell you something. Like,
I feel you.
So she knows this. So she in her own way kind of just planted that seed, and then it was just like, yo, I have this person who understands me so much, a person who my life isn't easy for a partner to, like I was saying with my mom and dad, it's not an easy thing, and I'm trying to do, like, I have to do a lot of work to keep that balanced and all that, but she understood this. It was pretty quick for us to be like, if this is something we want to do, let's approach it with intention.
Yes.
We're not trying to fuck around anymore.
Yes.
We're both, like single, older, good looking, if I may say so.
You better talk about it.
And like, essentially like, this is a move or we both go our separate ways.
I understand.
And when she did that, she did that in a way that was like really special. And, I've been in a lot of relationships and I've learned so much from each one of them. And it's very beautiful to have been involved with people in my life. But that's my best friend. Like we've been best friends for a long time. And when your best friend, sometimes that's hard because you're not able to act on it or whatever. But time brought us together in a way that we were able to. And it's just a mountain of understanding, mutual respect, just pure love, and a lot of intention, a lot of, this is the first relationship where we're like, I'm doing things before to, prevent stuff from blowing up. Whereas I used to do everything I could to make stuff blow up.
Yeah, understand.
And then we're doing stuff like, hey, like, I see so many, like, my friends who are, not a lot of people, but relationships are hard. People be breaking up.
Yes.
I see some of my friends who are breaking up, and then the last thing they do is try to go to relationship therapy. And I was like, just for example, I was like, hey, this time let's start going now, not on some we needed shit, just on some like you drive your car, you get tune-ups. Like you gotta check in. Like
yes, you gotta check in.
Yeah,
Feel that.
and it was those kind. It's like a whole new approach to being with somebody that I've been learning that has been just like a fountain in the heart.
Today is an emotional day.
I
I love all of that. I'm like, you're saying those words, I'm just like, because I can feel it. I haven't talked. I mean, I've hung out with you guys a couple of times, and I'm just like, oh my God, that's so cute. And like, I can just feel you guys vibe. And everything you just said is like really what I try to aspire to be with my partner. Like, she's taught me so much about checking the fuck in. You know, like,
and it's
seriously,
beautiful,
and it's beautiful.
Like, and you're very lucky to have a partner now that is like, you know, you're younger than I am. It took me a long time of like making mistake after mistake, and that approach that we're talking about, not that I have all the answers, not that anybody ever will have all the answers,
True.
but one answer I have is that doing those things, like putting the bricks down before you fucking steamroll over the road, makes things a lot better.
I agree with you.
Yeah,
I agree with you. And I mean, oh my God, man, honesty in a relationship is everything. I think the relationship that I'm in now is the most honest ever. I don't even.
it's beautiful. I see you. I see how you talk about love. I see you.
It's incredible. You know what I mean? And I'm just like,
let me tell you that the beauty that you're talking about my shit. Like I see that with you. So
thank you,
congratulations.
bro. I appreciate it. It means a lot to me, and I wish I could go in depth, but you know, but even I will say even. I think it's reflecting so well that I can talk to my mom and my stepdad about it. You know what I mean? And they come from a totally different vibe of a situation that I'm in. And I think that's just so important. And I think what you have is so important. I just love that. I really do. And I just think love is the shit.
I mean, we were talking about that.
It's
like
the fucking shit.
Like God is love. Like house music is love. Relationships are love. Like if you take a look at it and you appreciate it, stop and smell the roses. Everything that's important is that.
Man, I was I'm gonna let us get out after this, but my lady just left. She's gonna be gone for a few weeks. I'm gonna go see her.
I wish her safe travels.
Yes, she got there safe. We had talked before, and man, the cuddles before. You know, I always appreciate it, but I'm just like, I love you, girl. You know what I mean? It's just like
that was like the homie Biggie earlier.
No, I know, I know.
I saw that just like,
ooh. Bro. No, it's true because I'm like, I appreciate it all the time, but when you know something is leaving, but it's also growing.
Yeah, it's growing,
you know,
and it's like you don't need to be worried because, and you can just enjoy that how beautiful that part
100%.
is. Like, and that's beautiful.
100%. And like what you said about just when you guys were figuring it out and. Now you know it's like that was the best kind of love. You know, she really taught me that.
It's like a pure love, and it's 100%. It's like a total love. There's no question. Like every time, like if you're half stepping, that's not love. That's bro.
No,
no. Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
100%.
I mean, if that's what you want, go for it. But don't get it. You're not. It's not
it's
love.
It's not that.
Because it's like, when you feel it for real, which is what's been happening for me, and maybe what's been happening for you. Like now you're playing major league. Now you're like now it's something different.
It's
now it's like there's no question about like, oh, do I want to do other, like, do I want to fuck around, do this or that? Like, nah. There's only one place in the universe that exists.
100%.
Yeah.
No, sometimes she thinks I'm like joking with her because, you know, we vibe on everything, and she's like, you don't think she's no, I don't see her. I see. Yeah. I'm not trying to be like lover man, but I see. No,
and it's not on some
you
bullshit.
Are who I see. It's not bullshit.
It's
I'm
not
like,
on some bullshit.
I see her as a human. I think she's great. But when you care to do no.
And when you're on some player shit, like saying that stuff, like you're lying to her and you're lying to yourself.
100%.
Like when my girl, first of all, my girl doesn't even like. And your girl's just fucking around with you probably, like not on some like she's worried about you shit.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But like, it's different now. It's like I don't even want none of that. No. Like it's not even a question.
It's not a question.
Like
and
it's
not that's the main thing, but I think that's
it's not the main thing. But it's just an indicator of how deep it is.
How deep it is, and the beautiful thing about it, I think, and I'm sure because you guys have been with each other for some time now, but I'm getting the vibe of like this unconditional thing, and that turns me on more than not in a sexy way, but just in a life. Like I'm like, whoa, anything, like, I mean, don't punch me in the face. Like I'll still love you.
Of course, yeah.
But
And you gotta respect each other.
For sure.
Like there's like it's like unconditional respect, unconditional love.
Yes.
And I also like, I don't know about you, but like, I need to be put in line sometimes, not on some like I'm fooling around shit. Just
I got you.
I'm just a dumbass, you
I
know.
got
Just
you.
like
Same.
you're everyday dumbass.
Same. No,
And,
same.
And
No,
and so like I appreciate when she puts me in like in line softly, but also for the real stuff, for the hard stuff, for the stuff that breaks up relationships.
Yeah.
We're not even fucking in that orbit. We're not even on that planet.
100%. No, I feel that all, bro. I would literally, man. Well, I already have mad love for you, but I have so much love for you, and I really think you're great, bro.
This has been absolutely beautiful. When we first kind of vibed and we're new friends, but
we are.
When you see a friend that you connect with on this level, it's pretty quick.
Yeah.
And it's amazing that we hung out, and then when we were promising each other that we were gonna have some talks, that we can have some talks like this, because it's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Like I almost felt like nobody was listening.
Yeah, I know. Which is,
but they were. But it's all good, you know.
It
like,
got a little therapeutic for a little bit.
And but it's like, I think that we were talking about love, spreading love.
Yeah.
Love is like the. I hope that us talking about love maybe put some love out there in the world
100%.
and showed people
Same.
like at the very least shared how happy we are, but on another level maybe showed people that there's another way if you're not feeling so good.
It's true. It's fucking true. I feel so blessed. I love you, Loren. I think you're great.
I love you,
I
Dwayne.
really do, man. I really thank you for coming through. Also, if you're of age, please go to Rhonda. It is the best
Come
fucking
find,
spot.
yeah. Come find.
Please.
Please, haven't done a radio promo in a long time, but come find us we're at RHONDAINTL Rhonda International. You can find us on Instagram. You can. We do lots of stuff. We do lots of parties. If you want to come and set your soul free on the dance floor, we're there for you.
God damn it.
Or if you just want a dumbass time, we're there for you too.
Well, Loren, thank you so much. I appreciate you. For real, for real.
Shout out to Dwayne. Thank you so much for having me.
Come on, man. Thank you guys for another episode of Dwayne's World. I will see you soon. Yeah.